Hello, welcome to Sarah Booked. I am Sarah, and today I am doing my birthday Christmas book haul. I'm putting them together because I got a bunch of them for my birthday, and I only got one book for Christmas. So this is my gifted book haul. Excuse me. I'm just gonna start right off with the one book I got for Christmas because it is on my January TBR, so we'll just get it over with right away. I got Everybody Wants to Rule the World Except Me, which is the second book in the Dark Lord Davi duology by Django Wexler. The first book, of course, being How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying, which I read in December for the Reindeer Readathon and loved it. I thought it was great. I had me laughing through the whole thing, even though I was sick and not feeling well. So I got the second book, and I'm excited to read it. Part of my goals is to read the series quickly, so I will be reading this in January, early February. I guess I'm not really going to say too much about it because it is the second book in a series and I don't want to spoil anything in the first book, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So now these are books I got for my birthday. I haven't opened them yet, so here we go. Get to open. As you can see, I don't know if you know the thrift book packaging. So the first one is Una Out of Order by Margarita Montemor. And this is, if I remember correctly, a book about Una who she jumps through time to different times in her life, but they're not sequential, just back and forth to different times. Just because life may be out of order doesn't mean it's broken, is what it says here. Yeah. So this is a book about, it's an old library copy, about Una who jumps to different times in her life, not sequential times, and she takes different knowledge to those different times. So I'm excited for that one. And then the next one, I'm a sucker for a time travel. Another thrift books. The Road. I am really excited about this. I've never read any Cormac McCarthy, and I've heard so many people praise him and this book in particular, which is why I wanted this one. This is the post-apocalyptic one about the father and the son. Yeah, I'm excited about this one. I'll somehow have to fit that in on my TBR this year. Don't want that one to sit around. And the next, definitely do. This one's a tiny one. Oh, Trouble in Triplicate by Rex Stout. Book number, I think this is book number, I'm not sure. It doesn't say. It's one of the books in the Nero Wolfe series, which is a series I haven't seen anybody on BookTube talking about Nero Wolfe. There's a bunch of people doing Christie's Poirot or just any Agatha Christie. I started reading the Nero Wolfe series by Rex Stout a while ago. I'm slowly going through them. Some of their book, that's sometimes the problem with getting. It's not ripped, it's just folded. It'll be fine. I'll just put a heavy book on top of it. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, you know, I started reading these. Some other books are kind of hard to find because a lot of them have been out of print. They've come back into print because there was a show made out of some of the, and then, but not all the books have come back into print. So I've been having trouble finding some of them, but and there's like 47 of the books. I think, without looking it up, I believe this is like 10 or somewhere around there in the books, and I've read to 8, I believe, or 9 so far. So yay, get to work my way through that one. Oh, I haven't told you. If you don't know, Nero Wolfe is Nero Wolfe. How do you describe Nero Wolfe? He is a genius. He how would you describe Nero Wolfe? I got one right here. What does it say? This one has a sticker over the back and I'm not going to be able to read it. There are 73 original stories. That's a lot. Oh, here's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. This is book 15 in the list, in the Nero Wolfe series. How do you describe Nero Wolfe as a character? He is extremely intelligent. He's an introvert. He hates going out of his house. He lives for being left alone in his house. But he hires himself out to solve mysteries for people, which he usually does from behind his desk. He has a sidekick, Archie Goodwin, who goes out and runs tests for him if needed or when needed. I don't know. I just enjoy the books, so I'm glad I got another one. Next package. Let's see if I can open this one. So happy I finally get these boxes and stuff off the floor. Oh, The Year of the Witching. Yay. I've been wanting to read this for so long, and I've been looking at it even for this year, but I kept telling myself with my goals, no, read what you have on your shelves this year, and now I can. Year of the Witching. A young woman living in a rigid, puritanical society discovers dark powers within herself in this stunning feminist fantasy debut. I've read an Alexis Henderson before. House of Hunger, is that it? I enjoyed it. It was a good story. I've heard that this one's better, and I'm looking forward to this. And then, yeah, big box. Let's see. I'll be able to get it with my fingers. Do I have anything? There we go. It's a game. Garden Geckos. It's not a book like I thought it was. But yes. Hey. let's see. In Garden Geckos, players delve into a lush garden world where colorful geckos hustles to capture bugs and achieve objectives. Each player commands a team of geckos navigating a dynamically evolving garden made of hex tiles, forming patterns and bug chains to score victory points. The game blends a tactical tile placement with the excitement of collecting bug meeples, strategically achieving secret and communal objectives along the way. As the garden grows and geckos scamper, players must balance resource management and strategic foresight to emerge as the master of this charming bug-filled realm. All right. It's a cozy hex tile placement game, it looks like, so I'll have to give this a try soon. I knew this was coming. 1 to 6. It's 1 to 6 players. I knew, and it's a short game, 15 to 40 minutes. I knew this was coming because I actually backed this on Kickstarter. I just didn't know that it was part of this in here. I knew it came, I guess I just threw it in there without realizing it. I thought I had already opened that. But anyway, here we go. Last box. This, I pretty much know what's in this one. This is a big mounts. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. We'll start here. We have the Mistborn trilogy, Brandon Sanderson. If you saw a haul, I believe it was July, I bought The Way of Kings, thinking that that was where you were supposed to start with the series, and then looked it up, which I should have done before I bought the book, but it was, clearance. And this is where you're supposed to start, so now I am going to be able to start reading some Cosmere, which has been on my want to read for a while. I just haven't done it. I won't start this though until we finish our read through of the Expanse series, which we will be starting book 6 at some point this month. But when that's done, plan on starting this. And then, oh, My Heart is a Chainsaw. So happy to actually own a copy now. I've read this multiple times, but always getting it from the library. But now I own it, so I can read it whenever I want. This follows Jade, who is a horror aficionado, and she is seeing signs of her world becoming a horror flick, basically. And we follow her as she sees these signs and interprets these signs and tries to push things to the way that it should be for surviving a horror film. And this is by Stephen Graham Jones. It's the first of the Angel Lake series? Does it say? The Indian Lake trilogy, the first of the Indian Lake trilogy, which all 3 of them were good, but 1 and 3 were the better of the 3. And then I got House of Leaves, which I've been putting off reading because it intimidates me. This is so intimidating to me with the pages and how you read it, the different ways you can read it. well, not every, some people hated it, but a lot of people just loved this too. A lot of people who seem to have the same taste as I do, but it just intimidates the hell out of me. But now I don't have much of an excuse. I still have the excuse of it intimidates me, but now I own it, so I don't really have any reason to not read it. And this one, I'm so excited. I love this book. This was my best book of 2023. I never bought it, and now I own it. I'm so happy. Slewfoot. And this one, being that it is the paperback, it's got the chapter illustrations, and then of course his illustrations in the middle that all the books have. I'm just so excited. That's definitely going to be reread soon. And then I got my best book of 2025. I haven't done that video yet. I don't even know if I'm going to get to it, but yes, I'm almost 100% that Confessions is my favorite book I read in 2025. I loved this book. It was great. I mean, yeah. I just loved how each chapter we just saw the same story. It was the same story, but it was through a different set of eyes, so you got more information each time going through until the end, where, well, you get the end. And then also another one that I have read, I don't own until now. This is my favorite book in the series. I own the first one, I now own the second one, and now I just have to get the third one. But The Obelisk Gate was my favorite of the series, and I am excited to add this to my collection. If you don't know, it is the Broken Earth series by N.K. Jemisin, where we follow Essen. She goes by different names at different parts of her life, but I believe Essen is the majority of them, as her world gets drawn into a season, which is something that happens in periods of the world. It hasn't happened in a while, where the climate just makes it hard to live, so everybody has to break into communities, and it's been a while since I read it, but this one, you've already gotten all the world building in the first one, or the majority of the world building in the first one, and you've met all the characters, and now you're just following them through navigating through the season to get to the climax of the entirety of the story, which is in the third book. But so glad that I have. And that's it. That is my birthday and Christmas hauls. I am so excited for some of these books. Unfortunately, as I am a slow reader, I will not be getting to a lot of these books in short order, just because, again, I'm a slow reader, and I wish I could. Will I be able to fit them all in there? There we go. There's all the books. And if anybody also, there's also the game that came. So yay, I'm excited, and I can't wait to get reading. And that is birthday and Christmas together, and the game that I ordered myself, and I didn't realize that I tossed that box in there. I knew it was here somewhere. I just didn't realize that the box got tossed in there. I thought it got tossed over on the game side. But anyway, that is my birthday and Christmas haul. Let me know if you have read any of these books, if you think I should get any of these books onto my 2026 TBR sooner than later. What was your favorite, or are you interested in reading any of these books? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you next time.